what he is. He's a pedophile, that's what he is. He's a pedophile now. That's what he is. He's a pedophile, yeah, that's what he is. He's a pedophile.
I started the brand F That Comedy Show because I wanted to signify a more consistent brand with comedy in the Free State, because always we've been doing comedy for a long time, but we've been changing the themes and they have never been consistent enough to stick around for people to remember. So it will be nice now to be associated with a certain brand, especially when you're doing a very small genre in the Free State, where it's not necessarily supported enough. Not that there isn't a market for it, but that we don't have enough support from other artistic entities in the province. However, now I felt it's a point that we now need to establish a brand that we can take out and establish it formally so that it doesn't change. You build a very strong consistency when you're doing your shows. So that's how the F That brand came out.
It's tough being South African, especially in a country like this, because we all know, I mean, Oscar did something bad, ne? If you think so, say yes or no. Yes, he did something bad, right? But then again, he turned around and did something good, which is very South African. He got bail. And that's what you do when you're a South African. You get bail for killing someone.
This show started in Mthatha, in the Eastern Cape, and so we worked and worked and worked, and then we decided to bring it home, where we can actually see how much appreciation we can get on the basis of the show.
It's been a couple of years to follow Majita, and to be honest, I've seen such a good comeback in terms of growth. Material wabona no solid. I mean, unlike before, you know, Mautiana improvise, you know, but now, I mean, material wabona no strong, no solid, and you could follow or buy a guy. So I must say, the material was solid up until the last act.
But what about that? Think at le ba bomme ba ganna ba radiana. Hallelujah. Go ahead, drink and drive. Go lose a focus, so take his say. But problem you want to go now, no. There traffic cover if it is good. Tomorrow is MC. Marnali ni kam fao. Tweki ni le ngaki butswe. Ala bantwa ka butswe. Ah. Trola ni sheba take sarawaka. A jwale ka butswe. Actually,
the main basis, this show is to use more local people, because we need to draw attention to local talent. I can't now be a hypocrite and say I'm gonna do an F That Comedy Show and then bring someone from Joburg, because now it's no longer a fully Free State based lineup. So the whole point is to make sure there's enough local talent out there. So it's not necessarily that you have to be from Bloemfontein, it just has to be a locally based artist, and I'll do all my best efforts to make sure that we have shows around. We make sure that we get the message out there, we get the brand out there, so that we get recognition for it.
The concept was F, which I understand is Free State, and material about Wapaya only based on Free State. I mean, we had jokes about Celtics, we had jokes about the Cavell and Majita Agoplomo, we had jokes from Velcom and so on. So you can't find this stuff anywhere else but here in the Free State.
I like that blow, if it's taking he, and Caveto by he, like if it's the lady, yeah. How about the one top blow? Look at see what name about the move of the Tata. Don't pay. You don't get Tata. Don't pay. Who Tata?
Sick and tired of this. You see, these Bloemfontein guys, Baba Paramika Vela, Bantina Land. I came up with a plan. I'm gonna go to these parties, body beach party, body whatever, and I'm gonna call them out. Danka!
Hela loche, don't ha. But before get that you, I'm gonna take red text. I can't remember the cavella di bed. I'm gonna take red text. Pour it all over the floor. They can tell you halasi. They get magahi. That's how it is. Go. Lele na bomma. Le na mai.
We plan to bring this show back with a better lineup of local comedians, and we urge the people of Bloemfontein to come through and support and say, yes, we are proud that we also have comedians who can do stuff.
Comedians in Free State but the future, because Free State on its own is unique. In a little bit different, it's like Renale Bromo, Abo, Regabale, Butabancho, Butabel, Molungoa, Wafamua. I want to live my place. If you can find the experience, it can be something new for South Africa. Because always the comedians say that we already politics, sex. So comedians in the Free State banale opportunity that they express.
How ga o fitla mamrapedi ke ntse ba ntalaela khala bloki motse ke ulwe khumeme tale ke ntse ke bolo e ka o le tla memo ha fitla solution e one e tsikintsa o ka ofela o kenya batho o bona motho ke tlo kenya batho ka metsi a no ka iphalla a phalla jwa ka le ba sekupulane re ba confuse no ba rata dintho fumane no man motho sa o file fela. In the
future, since now we just shot the first DVD of the brand, the show was actually touring last year without shooting a DVD because we wanted to test the market if it's viable to just use a fully locally based lineup, and we saw that it was viable. So in the future you're going to see more series in the DVD pack where we tour the whole country and just use fully locally based Free State artists.
Comedy is alive, and comedy is not just alive because I'm alive. It's alive because there's a young boy who wants to also do comedy. So come through, it's alive, and in Bloemfontein and in the Free State, we're still gonna make it.
You must never help a person who's physically challenged at a matter of wheelchair. This other dude, you are so speakers in this time, is drunk. So I don't know where they are. How much I'm for foot? I can help myself. Foot. Oh, I'm not foot. Man, the rain is rain foot. Then I can feed that I'm pushing. Did I get up foot? I'm going to push it. What's in your face?
He's a pedophile, yeah, that's what he is. He's a pedophile, yeah, that's what he is. He's a pedophile.